Hey there, fellow fantasy football freaks. Hey, it's Thanksgiving week this week, right? Yeah, we got Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. It's already Thanksgiving. What the hell? Where did this year go? What the hell happened? I'm gonna fix some stuff here. Here we go. Um, yeah, I don't know. This year just flew the fuck by, didn't it? We're already in the holiday season. I was at your store the other day, and they were already playing fucking Christmas music. I'm like, God damn. Luckily, that fucking Mariah Carey song didn't come on. Okay, I try to see how long, like into the holiday season, I can get without hearing that motherfucking song. So um, last year I actually made it pretty far into December before I had to hear it. Of course of course I know I'm not stupid enough to think that I'm gonna go an entire like holiday season without hearing that damn Mariah Carey song. But hey, they're already starting fucking shit. My here's my tradition as far as Christmas music goes. All right, so here's the thing. I'm a big Christmas guy. All right, I love Christmas. I love Halloween too. But like people think, oh, you're into the macabre. You're into the dark stuff. Your Halloween's probably your favorite holiday. Well, no, actually, Christmas really is. I love the family, the presents, the songs, all of it, the whole kit and caboodle. I even like some of the Jesus shit. I'm not even a Jesus guy, but I gotta admit, some of those songs are pretty good. Anyway, doesn't matter. Point is, the holidays are coming up. Look at this spread behind me. I don't even see a turkey back there. It's still in the oven. It's waiting. I'm doing a special Thanksgiving Sunday early for you guys here. So yeah, you smell that? Luckily they haven't invented smell-o-vision yet, but you get the point. So what do we got? Hey Matt, what's up? Good morning. Cheers and happy 420. Yeah, cheers to you too. Other than the fact that we're facing each other this week in the um Fantasy Kingdom League. So no, I'm not wishing you good luck this week, but sorry about that. Uh, don't ask me questions about how to beat me either, because I'm not gonna answer you. Anyway, Nick, what's up, my man? Good morning, hashtag Tyrant Gang. Yeah, good morning to the rest of you here. Hashtag Tyrant Gang. And for you on the East Coast, there's still 12 minutes left, technically, of morning. So there we go. Yeah, no, I'm doing a little bit of a 15-minute delay here today. It's okay. Had to had to work, do a lot of things, so you need a little bit of extra sleep. 15 minutes, it makes a difference, don't it? Right? Yeah, it does. Don, what's up, girl? Missed you last week, but was fine. All my lineups outscored bench, so can't do better than that. Hey, that's right. You win or lose. If your starting players are out playing your bench, hey, that's all you can do. Good luck, this week. Hopefully, I can help you this week. I know I missed last week, man. Shit happens. Anyway, Nick, you got to have that big Nick energy. That's right. The, the big Nick energy. I don't got big Nick energy. What do I got? Like big tie energy? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Uh, I don't wear ties. So, power tie. I'm the power tie. There you go. You got the big Nick energy. I'm the power tie. Yeah. Big Nick and power tie. That's what you got to go in to fucking rule the day, right? Yeah. Anyway, you're ging down, bro. Ging, ging, ging. Yeah. Hey, Tyrant, I'm ready to go 10-1. Hey, I'm ready to help you go 10-1, Erica. Good to see you this morning. All right. So we're gonna get started here in just a moment. Of course, I'm gonna be doing all my usual shit. We're gonna start off with my sleepers, double deep danger dive, defenses, kickers. Then I'm gonna be answering some fantasy questions. Then I'm gonna go over the injury reports, weather reports, that kind of thing. Answer more questions, and get out of here. But anyway, let's not get carried away too quickly because we got a couple of things to take care of this morning. So first of all, happy it's not 420. We got 420 in some places coming up in like 30 minutes. I don't know where. If you know where the 420 is coming up in 30 minutes, just type it in the comments so that we can wish them happy 420 and take a hit for them when that time comes. But here's for everyone. I've got my buddy Morpheus here. I gotta get a Morpheus sticker for this guy. Anyway, doesn't matter. I love him. He's a Matrix perk, Morpheus. I don't know. There you go. And loaded in there today is Betty Page. You smoking with me? You let me know what you're smoking. Let's do it up. Hey, here's to all my 420 friends out there. There you go. All right, we'll get more into that later on. A little drinky poo. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, what do we got? Matt says lemon cherry runts here. Yeah, that's good stuff. I don't know if I've had lemon cherry runts. I've had runts before, but lemon cherry, I don't know, might be a little bit different. Sounds pretty good though. Can't complain there. I like the runts. It was good. So lemon cherry might be a good thing. So now that we've done that, we're gonna do our breakfast beer. Breakfast beer. Marble mouth this morning. We're gonna do the morning pour for our breakfast beer. Oh yeah, this morning's breakfast beer. You can't tell any of that. It looks like a fucking death metal logo. But anyway, the name of this beer is Chaos. And doesn't that not look like chaos? It's utter chaos. And as we know in fantasy football, chaos is our fucking playground. All right? So Chaos this week. It's an imperial stout brewed with cacao nibs and coffee. There you go. Hey, what more could you want for a breakfast beer than a little mocha action going on, right? Here we go. Chaos Imperial Stout. There we go. It's the winter time. We like the fall, whatever. Fall, winter time, whatever. Darker beers. We love them. So I'm going to put that down for a minute. Here's to all you. Good morning. Let's do this. It's a little sweet, but I like it. It's good. I don't like my beers too sweet. I don't like too much like fruity beers and shit like that. Like, if it's got like a hint of some shit, that's cool. Like there's like a milkshake, what is it? Chocolate shake stout that I had. It sounds like it's gonna be all like sugary and shit, but it's really not that bad. It complements very well. So I like a little flavor in my beer if it's not overpowering, if it's not like too sweet, heavy sweet. But anyway. Kyle Singer, what's up, man? Love you, man. Love you too, bro. Hey, what's up? I see you got a question there. We're gonna be getting into those here in just a minute. Let me you know what? I got two of them. Let me get these two out of the way, and then we're gonna get into the sleepers and the rest of it. Okay. So Matt, what's up? In my ESPN, would you pick up Madison and drop downs or nah? Who's nah? No, I'm just kidding. Would you pick up Madison and drop downs? Well, first of all, like in your ESPN, you got to let me know. I mean, is it PPR or not? I don't know if it makes that much of a difference because it really more or less comes down to the makeup of your team. So let me know who your running backs are. Let me know who your wide receivers are on that team, and we'll see what you need because they're that close to the point where. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I guess if you're loaded at wide receiver, if you got enough coverage at wide receiver, and you need a running back, I would drop downs to pick up Madison. I know that people are thinking, "Oh, Ty Chandler's going to take over there." I don't know. I don't know so much about that. I think Chandler's going to be he's going to cut into Madison a little bit, but in good matchups, Madison is still useful at least in the flex. So, I mean, we're talking about the bench here. Honestly. So, let me know what you got. He says PPR. Yeah, it just comes down to who you got. If you let's see, he's got I have Pollard and pissed him. I have Achan, Walker, Swift. Yeah, you got a lot of good running backs there. Pollard, yeah, he's been down. He started off pretty good beginning of the season. I don't know what's going on, why they're not utilizing him. They got Rico Dowdle coming in a lot. However, Dowdle might be injured this week, and it's a really good matchup. So Dowdle might be out. Pollard is in. It's a good matchup. This might be if Pollard can't do it this week, yeah, I'm benching him, honestly. But with all the running backs you have there, I don't know if you're so desperate at running back that you need to really, um, give up downs to get Madison. But like again, if you're also really stacked, if you got a lot of wide receiver, depth, because that's all Down's going to be is really a depth, wide receiver. Someone you're going to play in the bye weeks. Someone you're going to play, in case you get injuries, things like that. So Downs, it just depends on the makeup of your team. So really, I don't think it's not a move that's going to move the needle either way. Really, I think it's. I mean, you could just leave it alone. uh, but let's see. He goes, I'm short on wide receiver anyway, so I'll keep Downs. There you go. Exactly. You're short on wide receiver. Keep your depth at wide receiver. Madison's not worth giving up depth at wide receiver for. That's where Carolyn asks, what's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? Carolyn, you read my fucking mind. Honestly, that's where I was going next. I was gonna say, okay, like I was gonna go to the sleepers, but before we do the sleepers, I want to know what's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? So that's a question for everybody there. And I'm gonna get to the other questions here in a moment, and then we'll get to the sleepers. So favorites, everybody. That's what I want from everybody. What's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? We're gonna have the whole discussion about it here. This is the important shit that we need to know to start our fantasy football squad. What Thanksgiving side dish we like. For me, it's all about the mashed potatoes and gravy. However, you know, one thing that I like, it's not everybody likes, but that it's more special because mashed potatoes and gravy you have all year. All right. But there's some very special things you have only for Thanksgiving. And one of those things that's one of my favorites. It's my mom's recipe. I've learned how to make it. She thinks I do it better than her now. I don't know about that. I can't say that, Mom. Okay. But my favorite Thanksgiving specific side dish is candied yams. A lot of people don't like candied yams. It's a polarizing dish. You either love them or you hate them. I love them because the way my mom makes them, the way that I make them, it's good shit. Candied yams, I love them. What else? What else does everyone have? You see, Erica just says gravy. I can't argue that because it can go over everything. You can put it on the potatoes. You can put it on the green beans. You can put it on the fucking stuffing. You can put it on the turkey itself. It's universal. It works on so many levels. You dip your fucking bread in it. Your rolls. Yeah, gravy. I'm with you. That's a good one there. Let's see what else we got. Green bean casserole. Yeah, I'm not even a big green bean guy, but like if someone's got a good green bean casserole with them French's fried onions on top, yeah, I can't say no to that. Sweet potato casserole. Hey, that's kind of along the same lines as the candied yams. I'm with you on that. Sweet potato pie. I love sweet potato pie. Pumpkin pie, of course. I mean, it's very similar, but I mean, sweet potato pie is just a little bit better, and especially if you make it right. Dawn says she loves the dressing with giblet gravy. Yeah, there you go. I'm not a big dressing guy. I don't like stovetop. I don't like a lot of even just like the homemade dressings. Not a dressing guy. I know that's a controversial opinion, but I'm not a big dressing guy. Kyle Singer says I love sweet potato pie. Yeah, me too. It's good shit. Good morning, Gilson. Good to see you. We're talking about our favorite Thanksgiving side dish, and then we'll get into the actual football stuff right now. So let us know what you like. Drop the likes, y'all. Yeah. Thanks, Kyle. For sure. Rose Red, good to see you coming in. Chinese food. No, on the Thanksgiving Day stretch. She's like, no, I want Chinese food that day. Hey, I can't argue that. I had duck one year. I know that's not as related because Peking duck just came to mind, whatever. Duck's really good, but I don't suggest cooking it in your own house. It gets really greasy. It gets all over the walls and shit. They're like fucking wash my house for weeks. RP, what's up? What's up, Tyrant gang? Hey, we're talking about side dishes, favorite Thanksgiving side dishes, and then we're gonna get into all the the good shit. Well, that's the good shit, and we'll get into the even better shit. Barry Ratliff, what's up, man? Buttered Beets. Wow, that's a sleeper. Buttered Beets is a sleeper. I could see that being good. I could see that. Beets are definitely a sleeper vegetable as far as I'm concerned. I want to go back up to a couple more questions, and then we're going to go on to the sleepers this week. All right, so Kyle, my guy, what's up? Davis, Cooks, Madison, Ford. Pick one running back, one flex. All right, running back, I'm going Ford. It's a good matchup this week. I know that Hunt's gonna, sneak some stuff away from him, but I don't think it's enough. I think that Ford's proved himself enough to be like the top guy out of that committee. He's like the poor man's Chubb in that committee. So, I like going with him. Madison, it's just a lot of Chandler getting in there, and no matter who else is in there, they seem to take a lot from Madison. So I'm gonna sit him. And then the other ones, you got Davis, you got Cooks. Now I know that Cooks had a big week last week. I'm not expecting that as much this week because I think that the Cowboys are going to be able to rely on the run. They're going to be leaning on that more. I actually think it's going to be a good week for Pollard finally. Excuse me. Lamb's going to get his, of course, we know. Ferguson could, but I'm not trusting really anyone else. I just don't think that they're going to. They're not gonna be throwing as much. They're not gonna need to. Let me look at something here real quick. Yeah. Excuse me. Get a little more beer here. Yeah, so of course, last week was a big game for Cooks, and over the past three out of the past 4 weeks, he's been a good wide receiver to use, especially in the flex position. Last week, he had a big game, 173 yards and a touchdown, 10 targets. He didn't receive. He only received more than 4 targets one other time, and that was in week 3. I actually said Cooks was going to be a good pick up and play last week, and I was right about that. This week, not so much. Like I said, Carolina, they're gonna be up quick. I don't think he's gonna need that Dak's gonna need to throw that much. So Brandon Cooks, for the first quarter or two, yeah, he could hit. But if he doesn't hit there, I don't think he's gonna hit at all. It's definitely not gonna be garbage time. So I gotta go Gabe Davis. Now, here's the thing. Stephon Diggs, brother came out and said some shit. So I think Diggs is going to get some this week. But I think Gabe Davis really could too. I know it's the Jets, and so Sauce Gardner is going to be on Diggs. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference though. However, Sauce could step it up this time because he got burned last time. So could be something where he steps it up, and then Gabe Davis becomes the one that's open. It's been rough going with Davis, so I could see why that would be a hard decision to make. Personally, if I'm going between the two, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but I'm slightly leaning toward Davis. If you're really feeling Cooks again this week, I could definitely see why you would go that route. I just think, with Carolina, isn't giving up much to wide receivers. After, such a big week last week, we don't know if we're going to see that much volume this week, honestly, for him. I like Gabe Davis a little bit more. But again, if you're feeling Cooks, stick with them. It's very close. It's really close. I think I like them both as kind of like a flex option and nothing more. But I'm going to give the slight lean to Davis this week just because I think while Diggs is going to get some targets, and I think that he is going to, he can contend with Sauce. I think that Sauce is going to want to step it up after getting burned, and we could see some doubles on Diggs because a lot of talk chatter this week, so that could leave Davis open. I like it. All right, now we're getting into desserts. Pecan pie over pumpkin. I like pecan pie. I don't know if I like it more than pumpkin. And I think for me, the tier list it goes sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, pecan. That's my Thanksgiving pie list right there. Apple coming in at fourth. Then whatever else you want. Because at that point it's like whatever. If you're going outside of those four, you're not even staying traditional as far as I'm concerned. Then we're just talking pie, and that's not really what we're going to here. All right, so I see a lot of questions here, and we're gonna get to those all in a minute. Let me do. I want to be able to go to Carolyn's answer for her own damn question, and then I'm gonna go over sleepers, and then I'm gonna go over all your questions. I fucking love Thanksgiving sides. Fuck turkey, marshmallowy sweet potatoes, regular mashed potatoes, stuffing. I like the jellied cranberry can, cornbread. Hey, here's the thing about the cranberry can. I prefer that personally to the homemade cranberry sauce, to the regular cranberry. I like the fucking can. Get the can open, slice it open into little circles and shit. I love it. Put that on a fucking turkey sandwich the next day. Mwah! Good stuff. I am with you on that, Carolyn. I'm a, fucking, what is it? Ocean Spray cranberry can guy. That's me. I love it. Cornbread. I don't ever have cornbread for thing. It's all about just, regular rolls, white, wheat, whatever. Pumpkin pie, I think black olives. Black olives, yeah. I think black olives are something that you have to have for Thanksgiving. That's something when you're a kid, okay, fuck it. When you're an adult, to this day on Thanksgiving, I'm still putting those motherfuckers on my fingers, black olives, and I'm doing like a little Russian dance, do 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 do, hey, because they look like little Russian hats. I don't know, it's fucking some weird shit that I did as a kid. I don't know if any of you, if any of you, if any of you out there do the same thing, not do a little Russian dance with the fucking black olives on your fingers. Let me know because we are fucking twins, or spiritual twins. Anyway, just to be clear, black olives with the pumpkin pie, just black olives. No, yeah, no, I think we understood that, Carolyn. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna get to your guys' questions. I see a lot of them up here. Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna get to those questions here in just a second. Let me go back and make sure that I got the ones I was going to answer. Is one other one. Ford and Davis was the answer for you there, Kyle. Big Dick Purdy or Kyler Murray, standard league. Purdy versus Murray versus the Texans. I'm gonna go Murray. Just there's some upside there as far as fantasy goes. Of course, I love Purdy, but I think that Tampa Bay defense could give him a little bit of trouble. Although they're more vulnerable through the air than they are on the ground. So, but honestly, Murray's got a lot of upside. I think that we could see. Excuse me, pardon me. We could see some revenge game shit from Marquise. Or no, sorry. What am I talking about? Never mind. I had that for something else. My mind with. I need to take another hit. It's almost 4:20, but we'll take another one. I don't know what I'm thinking there. Shut up. Rewind. Okay. Sorry. Murray. Yeah. No, I like Murray versus the Texans, versus your Houston Texans, I guess. I think there's going to be some shootout possibilities there. Stroud's going to get his. Murray's going to be going to have to catch up. He's got the weapons. He's got Brown. He's got McBride now up in there. And another guy that he's really got going on that could be big. It's Rondale Moore. I'll talk a little bit more about him later on. A little sneak preview there for you. Let's take a hit. All right. So I'm going to get to the sleepers now, and then I'll go back to your questions. Yeah. All right. All right. So this week's sleepers. All right. I like Jordan Love at quarterback. I know that sounds crazy. Now, he was doing some stuff in the beginning of the year that made us think, well, this guy could be a fancy quarterback that we actually are playing from week to week. But then things kind of, dropped off a bit. He's been, dealing with some shit. And it's kind of, after those first 3 20-plus point fantasy games, kind of dropped off a bit. All right. Hey, I understand that. But what started off all of that, okay, that's what I'm getting into, is matchups against teams who give up a lot of points to wide receivers. To quarterbacks. Chicago, Atlanta, and then to a lesser extent, New Orleans. We're getting back into that now. We've had some stretch of some tougher guys, some tougher teams. Minnesota, Rams, Pittsburgh, kind of tough sledding there. Denver's, a little, they're hit and miss on their defense, but they were on at that time. Of course, Vegas, not a lot because they don't usually need to throw against them. So it's all about matchups here. The Chargers are giving up the second most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. That's reason enough to consider him. He's only 46% rostered, so chances are he's in your league. If you need a play, if you need that's a good DFS play. We'll get to that in a second too. But if you need a plug-in play at quarterback because of bye week or injury issues, I like Jordan Love. I love Love this week. Gotta love Love. Hey, it's the time of year we love Love. We love family. I love Jordan Love this week and next week against the Lions. You get him for 2 weeks. I think he could actually get back above those 20 fantasy points. That's possible. And he's got a lot of his pass catchers are healthy again, and he's got a connection with one guy. And here's a stack that you can get that's really cheap in DFS. You go Jordan Love, and on the other side, a wide receiver sleeper I like this week. That's Jaden Reed. Yeah, there you go. There's your stack, Jordan to Jaden. All right, so Reed, dude kind of came out of nowhere. We didn't see it coming. Week 2, 17.7 fantasy points. We're like, all right. Then he had some leaks where he's like flagging off. But late, 2 of the last 3 weeks, he scored over, 10 fantasy points. He had a touchdown last week. Guy's starting to heat up. Like I said, this is the Chargers on offense that are going to score a lot of points. And the Packers are going to need to score a lot of points. And the Chargers can give up a lot to the passing game. So that works well for Jordan Love. That works well for Jaden Reed. All right. He's a good play. He's only 35% rostered. I'm not saying you're going to pick him up and start him over a stud or anything like that. But if you're in a deep league, 16-team league, something like that, or you got like a big roster, you got to fill a spot. Jaden Reed could do well for you. But like I said, it's a really good DFS play. It's a sneaky one because not a lot of people are going to be on it. All right. And more on that later too. So that's where I'm going with the wide receiver this week. As far as running back goes, okay, hey, running back is scarce right now as far as sleepers. Running back, the pickings are not good on there on the waiver wire, right? Because this time of year, if you're trying to get a running back off the waiver wire, it's like showing up late to Thanksgiving dinner and expecting that you're going to get a drumstick. Ain't going to happen, all right? We all know that's going to be gone. You're going to be like, hopefully there'll be some breast meat left or something, maybe a wing, something like that. You're not going to get much, all right? So slim pickings. I'm going, Darrell Henderson. I know he's a little over 50% owned, so he may not be available in your league, but you're pretty much going to start who you can. And if he happens to be available in the league and you need someone to fill in, go pick him up. It's until Williams is back, he's been the guy. I know it was something where he started off really being the guy at first, and then he's kind of had each game he's gotten less and less. But I think from what I'm hearing with the coach speak, it's a good matchup against Seattle this week. After the bye and stuff, they're like, hey, We need you to do this for one more week. They've established him. They didn't drop him back to the practice squad. He's going to be the starting guy. I think they're going to give him starting touches. He's going to get 10 to 15 touches this week. Okay. And that's going to garner enough to where he's going to get some yardage. He could get a touchdown in there. Seattle's giving up the 5th most fantasy points to starting running backs. So he's starting running back. They're going to run the ball. Stafford's back in there. He's they're not going to let Stafford back in unless he can throw. Okay. But he's probably not going to want to, test it too much, that thumb. So, he could be handing off to Henderson, but with Stafford being back, it makes the offense overall better, which means Henderson could have a better week. Now, if he's not available, I don't know. If Dowdle plays, which I doubt he'll play, go that way. Laddie Murray, he could sneak in a touchdown, vulture cook on the line. I don't know. That could happen. There's just not a lot. It's slim pickings. So, hopefully you got a running back, or hopefully Darrell Henderson is available for you to pick up. So at tight end, hey, we're going back. We're going back to the pack with a triple stack. Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, and Luke Musgrave. Musgrave is a tight end that you're only going to start in weeks where, they're going up against a team that is vulnerable to tight ends. And this week, that kind of fits the bill. Musgrave, like I said, he's not a guy that you're going to, you pick it up and keep it. He's a streaming tight end. So if you're streaming in the tight end position, he's a guy that I'm not going to pick him up and start him over, Sam Laporta or Dalton Kincaid or something like that. No, but if you're streaming the tight end, he's a tight end you can stream this week. I'm not even going to pick up him. I'm not even going to start him over Komet. Okay. But, as a DFS play, like I said, that triple stack, nobody's going over that triple stack in DFS. Nobody is. All right. But it's one that could pay off, because if it does pay off, not a lot of people are on it. That's good for tournaments. I'm not going to do that in cash, in cash lineups, but for tournament lineups for DFS, I like the triple stack there. Luke Musgrave on those weeks when he's facing against teams like against the Rams, who are giving up the 3rd most fantasy points to tight ends. He scores 12.6 fantasy points a couple weeks ago. He's been getting some more targets lately. I do like him this week against the Chargers, who are giving up the 4th most fantasy points to tight ends. Like I said, the Chargers, you have to score against them because they score points, and they're vulnerable through the air. So, you're loading up everybody there. And Luke Musgrave, I think he's good at tight end this week. And then finally, my double deep danger dive of the week. All right. This is, less than 15% owned. This guy's 13% owned in Yahoo, at least. All right. And that's Rondale Moore. Yeah. I like Rondale Moore. I've always been kind of a guy that's been on Rondale Moore as someone who, when given the opportunity, he can do things. He's like the poor man's Deebo Samuel. He can run things out of the backfield. He can, he can catch balls downfield. He can, work the slot. He can work across the middle. He could do it all. Okay. He hasn't had much of an opportunity to doing that as of late. Joshua Dobbs was not into him when he came after Moore came back. But if you look at last season, and it does look like that Kyler Murray does like Rondale Moore. Okay. And then last week, let me bring it up here. So last week, Rondale Moore. Now, it wasn't big on production, but he had the most targets that he had all season. So 8 targets, most on the season, 5 catches, most on the season. Now, he only had 43 yards, didn't score a touchdown. Hey, we don't like that. Didn't have any rushing plays. So that kind of hurt him there too. I think we see more of those coming this week. Houston, the Texans, they give it up on the run, and more so than they do against the pass. However, this is going to be, like I said, a barn burner. We're going to see a lot of scoring. Stroud versus Murray. It's going to be a lot of points. You're going to want in on that. Rondale Moore is a sneaky fucking play this week. under 15% owned, and in most leagues, in most formats. So hey, go after him, right? Hey, look, it's 9:20. Did anyone find out like where it's 4:20 now? I don't see it on here. I do not see it. We'll get back to the rest of it later. But wherever it's 4:20 right now, AM, PM, it don't matter. Here's to you guys. All right. So now let's look at the defenses here. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, let's look at the defenses, and then I'm going to answer questions. For my streaming defenses this week, I like both Denver and Minnesota. Um, Dobbs, yeah, he can score a lot of fantasy points, but he also can give up the ball. Denver is pretty good at getting after the ball. I think Denver's a good start this week. Denver's hit and miss as far as their offense goes. Minnesota has been underrated as a defense. There's a couple of guys, couple of teams that right there on defense that I like. Either side of that matchup, I feel like the scoring is going to be down a little bit. So you go either way. If they're available, you can pick up and start Detroit. I like this whole. Okay, Justin Fields is back, right? But there's going to be a little rust. I think it's going to be a little bit of rust. So I like Detroit defense this week to take advantage of the rust on Justin Fields, and plus Chicago's offense in general just kind of. So I like Detroit this week. There you go. Denver, Minnesota, Detroit. Go after them if you need defenses, kickers. I know it's kind of a quick version of things, as far as that goes, because I got a lot of questions I'm going to get through, and I want to make sure to get through those questions. So Sanders, I like Jason Sanders as a kicker this week. I like him as a kicker every week as opposed to any other position, but he's someone that I do want to start this week. Well, let me look at something. Oops. Yeah. Let's see. He hasn't had the best weeks. He's only been 10 plus fantasy points twice this season. But they're going up against, they're coming off a bye. I think they're going to be scoring some more. I think that Achan's back. They're going to get downfield. They're going to be scoring more points, but then they're going to be blowing out the Raiders. Then the second half, they're going to be kind of relaxed, so they might be kicking more field goals, that kind of thing. Garbage points for Sanders. Like it there. All right. Who else do I like? Hey, guess what? Jake Moody. Guess who's back? The 49ers are fucking back, baby. So if the 49ers are back, they're kicking some ass once again. That means Jake Moody's back, and he's going to be kicking some ass. Well, he's kicking some football's ass through those uprights. I like Jake Moody this week, and he's back as a every week starter going forward. All right, Jake Moody, get him back on your team and your lineup this week and going forward. And then for this week, I like Matt Amendola, Kami Fairbairn. He was doing some things. He was the Texans, as we know, are a lot better team than we thought they were going to be beginning of the season. So no one was on Fairbairn as a kicker. Well, if the Texans are scoring a lot of points, guess who else is? Their kicker. Well, this week, their kicker is Matt Amendola. And Amendola came in last week, and I want to get the number right here. So, it came in 13 fantasy points. Boom, right off the bat. So there you go. They put him back on the practice squad, but it turns out that Fairbairn still, who with the quadriceps injury, he's out, so they bring him back in. He converted, all 6 of his kicks, three field goals, 3 extra points, 13 fantasy points. I like Amendola this week as at kicker. So there you go. There's your streamers. Your double deep danger dive. Yeah, your streaming defenses, your streaming kickers. There's all that. So let's get back to the questions and all the yummy, delicious talk we got here. All right, Rose Red. I got a question. Let me know. Like you type it here or private message me. Who are you? Do I actually know you? Are you just someone who watches the show? If you are, no, I don't care. It's great, but like, I just want to know if you're actually somebody that I know. Anyway, just let me know who you are if you do. If not, welcome. Thank you. You've been new to the fantasy, the hashtag Tyrant Gang, and we welcome you here. So, all right, what else we got? Let me see. Pick two, Henry. What's up, Barry? Barry, I hadn't heard from you in a while. Good to see you again. Henry, Connors, Lockett. I know it's been tough running for Henry. And I've got Henry in a couple leagues, and I'm just kind of like, what do we do with him? I would think like, okay, so Will Levis is, I think he's better than Tannehill. He's going to have his struggles, and when he struggles, so is the offense in general. But see, Henry, it's like, okay, so he hasn't been as solid, but he's still solid enough. I'm not sitting him. Last week, yeah, he struggled against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is really good against the run. I'm not starting any running back outside of CMC, basically. Eckler, that kind of thing. The top 5 running backs, yeah, sure. But Henry, he's not a top 5 running back anymore. But I'm still, so he's not someone I would have started against Tampa Bay or that we should have started. Jacksonville, though, I think he can do well. I like Henry this week. I'm at least I'm okay with Henry this week. I'm not sitting Henry this week. So he's in there. So it comes between James Conner and Tyler Lockett. And here's the thing. Okay, there's this pattern that's gone on forever. Okay, it doesn't always work out, but it works out enough times to where I've learned to kind of go with it a little bit, and that's the back and forth between Metcalf and Lockett. Excuse me. One has a good week, the other one not so good, and then it swaps week in, week out. And if you look this year, it's been that back and forth for Lockett. Guess what? Last week, Lockett, good week. This week, Lockett, bad week. And it's not just that, there's other factors too. I was going over this actually yesterday with someone. With Erica, I think, actually. I think it was. Going against the Rams, it's not a great matchup. He's got that hamstring. And the thing about the hamstring is you can play with it, but you're just not going to be as effective. So I'm holding them back. I think that with Kyler Murray coming back, it bolsters the offense in general. Now, last week they were up against Atlanta, and Connor didn't do all that great. It was his first game back after injury. It was not a great matchup. This week they're going to need to score more points. He can. Houston can be vulnerable against the run. I actually like Connor this week to have a bounce back week in his second week back from injury. So give me Henry, give me Connor in that. Good question, though. Gilson, what's up? Start one PPR, Nico Collins or Reggie Race. I'm going with Collins. Collins is back. Whenever Collins is in, I'm starting him. I think that Tank Dell is someone who, that's going to be a great 1-2 punch right there, Collins and Dell. Stroud does love Dell, but he loves Collins too. Collins is back. Collins is the guy. Rashee Rice, if there is a guy to start in the Chiefs wide receiver core, it's Rice. But am I really doing that? It's still been a mystery. Rice has been kind of the guy, if you can say that. But I think you got to go Collins there. Fournette worth holding on to? No. Davis only got 4 targets last time. I know. But let's take a look at something there. Let's see. Yeah, I've got Gabe in some leagues too. So he had 4 targets. Let's take a look at his target share. Actually, no, he had 4 targets last time against the Jets. Yeah, I know. But what's what I'm trying to say is like the reason why is because they didn't need to throw to him because they were, they were getting a lot to Diggs. I just think that the Jets are going to be on Diggs more this time. And I think that's going to leave Davis open. Could be wrong. And again, like I said, if you're feeling Cooks, go Cooks. This is just a gut feeling here that Davis, that they're going to be keying in a little bit more. Sauce is going to be playing up a little bit more on Diggs. So that's going to leave Davis open a little bit more. That's just my take on it. Again, I think it's close enough between him and Cooks to where, yeah, if you're feeling one more than the other, go with that. I'm just going with what I'm feeling, and I'm feeling Davis more. It's not a solid enough feeling to, put your money behind. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be honest. I'm not one of these analysts out there who go, oh, yeah, I'm going to be 100% sure about everything I say. No, I can't. It's fantasy football. I'm not some dude that's coming in, that got paid to be a face or anything. I'm not getting paid for anything. I'm someone who's played a lot of fantasy football, won a lot of fantasy football, won a lot of championships against, people that that people on TV. I've beat them. I know that's why I'm here. As I'm not here trying to be this guy working for the man. I'm here to try to just give you fantasy advice the way that I would do it. This is the play I would make. But if you feel Cooks, go Cooks. I could be wrong. It remains to be seen. He had 12 targets in week 8. We're only a few weeks out from that. If they key in on if if the Jets key in on Diggs, Gabe Davis is going to get a lot of targets. That's all I'm saying. But, oh, yeah, there you go, versus Jets. I see. Okay. Yeah. Harper, non-PPR pick here. White, Hawkinson, Rice, Kincaid, pick 3. I'm going White, Hawkinson, and Jesus. Do I really want to start a tight end there? That's really what the mystery is. The other two you're starting. It's really between Rice and Kincaid. And there aren't many tight ends I would start in a flex. Kincaid's kind of, he's borderline on that list, honestly. And you said, hold on, let me look at that. So it's a standard league, non-PPR. Yeah. No, that's a tough one. Now, both of them have good matchups for their position. And, I mean, Kincaid just... I'm gonna give it to Kincaid. Yeah, I'm putting in a tight end there. It's just like I said, the mystery behind the Kansas City offense is still there. We don't know. Rice is kind of the main wide receiver, but of course we know Kelsey's the main wide receiver there. So, and I mean, it could go to McKinnon, it could go to Bell, it could go to Hardman, it could go to Sky Moore. We could see more Sky Moore. We don't know. More. Who knows? They're gonna need to score points against Philly, but who's gonna be the guy doing it? Kelsey could get a lot of touchdowns here. We're gonna get 2 touchdowns at least. So I don't know. And could Rice do it? Yeah, so against the Miami, he got 2 targets, 2 catches, 17 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown saved his ass. Otherwise, you're looking at on weeks when he doesn't get a touchdown, he doesn't reach double-digit fantasy points. The guy's touchdown dependent. And like I said, it's a mystery. The Chiefs, offense is a mystery. We don't know what's gonna do week to week. We don't know. We don't know outside of Kelsey. We don't know who the guy's gonna be. It's been Rice some of the times, yeah, but it's too much of a risk. Whereas Dalton Kincaid is consistently, since Dawson Knox has been down, the guy's been on fire. 11.5 fantasy points, 15 fantasy points, 11.1, 13.6. The guy's getting at least 6 targets. His least targets was last week. Okay. 8 targets, 7 targets, 11 targets, 6 targets. I got to go Dalton Kincaid. I know it almost sounds crazy, but yeah, he's not as touchdown dependent either. Because in 2 of those games, he didn't score touchdowns. So I'm going to go Dalton Kincaid. Good question, though. Let me get some liquid going. Kyle says, I'm leaning Davis, too. Just scared last time I played Jets. He didn't get any work. Yeah. But then again, that was week 1, right? Things changed since then. They're going to make adjustments. And I think one of the adjustments that the Jets are going to be making is to key in. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Pardon me. Is they're going to key in a little bit more on Diggs. Sorry, brain fart there. Oh, yeah, we already did that. Okay. I felt the same thing with Cooks with Carolina doubling CeeDee Lamb. Yeah. As a Tyler Lockett fan, says Erica, I am concerned about his hamstring and also looking at his last performance against the Rams. Same. I'm making a smoked bourbon pecan pie this year. What? Nick? Dude, save me a piece. I'll give you my address. Send it to me. Oh, my God. I already went through that. I like taking the leftovers and making a turkey pot pie with the gravy. I never thought about doing that. That's genius. Erica, send me a pot pie. I'm going to send everyone my address. Just send me your leftovers. I'll eat like a king for the next month. Anyway, Matthew said it was almost 420 in Portugal. I missed it. All right, well, there you go, Portugal. Excuse me. Sutton, Ford, Scary Terry. Those are 3 good options. I'm going to go with Scary Terry this week. It is PPR. So, yeah, I'm going Scary Terry. He had an off week last week. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me look at something. Because I know it's been weird because, okay, so Dotson had that really good week, and then he didn't do shit last week. So, but for the most part, other than the last couple weeks, McLaurin was being, fairly consistent. It's such a great matchup this week. I think he has a bounce back week. I think that Sam Howell's going to be throwing a lot. I think that they're going to be scoring a lot. I think it's going to be a good week for Terry McScoring. So I'm going to give him the slight edge over Sutton. I could see going Sutton too. He's been solid as well. I think McLaurin has a little bit more upside this week. That's all. Ford is solid and safe, but I still think that the other 2 in PPR, you're going to get more out of McLaurin and Sutton. So I mean, again, Sutton between Sutton and Scary Terry, it's kind of a coin flip. I'm leaning on McLaurin this week. 100% did and do the Russian dance, bro. And fuck yeah, Ocean Spray Can. Carolyn, you're my gal. We're that's what I'm saying. We're fucking spiritual twins. Twin flames, as they call it, Yeah, I got you. The Russian dance. Fucking beautiful. Love it. I still do it. Still do that shit. I'm going to teach that shit to my daughter. T.S. Elliot? No, because they're capitalized. So it can't be. That was a smart ass joke. So you won't even get that. Anyway, need a flex, Achan, Garrett Wilson, or Waddle. Brian Robinson is my RB2, so I could put Achan in over him. I'm not gonna put Achan in over Brian Robinson. Wilson is definitely the sit there, so really becomes between Achan and Waddle. I mean, is it a PPR? Oh yeah, it does. It is a PPR. Okay, I see that there. That just makes it a lot closer, a lot harder. Otherwise, I would have leaned much more Achan. I think I'm still gonna go with Achan because I don't hear anything about them holding them back. I don't hear anything about him being, down on touches or whatever. So go with Achan. It's just a safer bet. Waddle could break something open, sure, but Achan could too. He could get. I think he's going to be more on the line of like 10 carries, but like he could get 5 carries and one of them go for 75 yards and the other one go for 60. So you never know. Portugal 420, yeah. Dylan Fink, what's up, man? I like that picture you got there. Yeah. Few starts did full. Okay. One flex, Hollywood or McBride. I'm going Hollywood. Just because, I feel like it's going to be one of those kind of weeks, one of those good weeks for him. Start one running back. It's just going to be there's going to be scoring. And the scoring's got to go to wide receivers. I think that McBride gets some too, but give me the nod to Hollywood there. Whenever there's going to be scoring, I'm going to go with wide receiver over tight end every time. Okay, so start one running back, flex, Connor, Achan, Waddle. Give me. I'm gonna go. Let's go. Safe with Achan and Connor. If anyone, I would be sitting Connor and starting Waddle there too. It doesn't say whether. Oh yeah, those are all PPR. It says okay. So Achan for sure. Waddle. I don't know. If you want to play it safe, go Connor. If you want the upside, go Waddle. Start one QB, one running back. Stroud or Stroud. Fields coming back. I don't trust him. We'll see what happens. Is he a comeback guy or is he a guy that needs a game? We'll see. In the past, he's needed one, so we'll see what happens this time. So we got Stroud then and one for the flex. You got Connor, Ford, Singletary, Waddle. I'm gonna go Singletary. He's got a great matchup. He did really well last week in a good matchup. He's got it. Well, let me double check, make sure, because I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, yeah. He's got a much better matchup this week. Put him out there. I like Singletary this week. What about Detroit D and DFS? Yeah. Why not? Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah. Excuse me. H ain't gonna go off. I was gonna go off per se, but I do like him this week. Love for Fairbairn. Yeah, why not? The Texans score a lot of points. The kicker scores a lot of points. He's been solid. Too bad he's out, but Amendola has been a good replacement. Hashtag Tyrant Gang. What's up, Oscar? Like that. Love that fish you got there, my man. I need to start 2 wide receivers in PPR. Godwin versus the Niners, Metcalf versus the Rams, Hopkins versus the Jags. I like Metcalf and Hopkins in that. The connection between Levis and Hopkins, it's hit and miss, but it's a good matchup for him this week. And remember what I was saying earlier about the Metcalf Lockett thing? It was a bad week for Lockett, so it's going to be a good week for Metcalf. Godwin, it's just he hasn't been doing so much lately. It's all been Evans. Although, the wide receiver 2s are doing things against the Niners. That's one thing to think about. So that's why that makes it a little bit of a difficult question. But let's look at his ceiling. What's it been this year? 15 fantasy points? I mean, compared to Metcalf. Metcalf's ceiling is, oh goodness. Give me a second. It's been oh wow, yeah. We're looking about the same between the two of them. But I just think that's going to be a better week this week for Metcalf. Metcalf and Hopkins is where I'm going there. It's really, yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. That's where I'm leaning. I think that they're right there. They're right there, the three of them, like right in that wide receiver 2-ish, maybe, at the least a high end flex, if, not maybe low end wide receiver 2, could get the high end wide receiver 2. I think Metcalf has a good week this week. Would you start Rondale more of a Nico Collins? No, I would not. Nope. Start Collins. Start Collins, and every week that Nico Collins is starting, you start Collins. I'm not going to get to the injuries and shit. And if you have injury questions, ask them. I'm not going to get to anyway, so follow the pattern with Davis. Good game, 2 bad game. Good game. Skewed right now because last week was so, but he's riding my bench unless I have to use. Never a choice, just a warm body. Interesting. That's an interesting pattern. Like I said, that one was that's the hardest question of the week is that Cooks versus Davis one. I'm barely going with Davis on that. Good morning to y'all. What's up? Good morning to you, Richard. We starting the Lions defense? Yeah, we are. I love the Lions defense this week. Pick one in half PPR, Pickens, Foreman, Madison. I know it's trash, but that's what I'm working with. Hey, you got to work with what you can. Not starting Foreman this week with Herbert coming back. Just, we don't know who's going to get the ball there. Wait, save all the we. I don't know. So, half point PPR. See, I love George Pickens as a wide receiver. Johnson has been the guy. So it's been hard to go with him. I'm going to go Madison. It's safe, much safer. And I think he could have a good week this week. Achane or Walker. I'm going Achane. Walker, with Charbonnet in there, it's been tough. Achane could blow the fuck up. I'm just going to put him in there. Save all the Achane questions. We start them regardless. Yeah, I like Richard. Right on. There it is. Start Achane in every league you fucking have, unless somehow you don't really need to. But if you're questioning, like, should I start Achane? Start Achane. Rose Red, I know you, but you don't know me. Oh, that's kind of scary. What is this, Saw? Jesus Christ. I want to play a little game. I know you, but you don't know me. There's a key under your bed. Like, I don't know what we're going to do there. That's weird. Anyway, Rose, just wanted to clarify that. Because there's some people that are friends of mine that come on and they'll go under like mystery names and they'll say, hey, I got you. I was so-and-so. And I'm like, all right, cool. So just checking. Yeah, nice to have you on. Good to have you around. Yeah, Achane, screw Walker and go Achane. I don't know if I'm that adamant about it, but sure. Thanks, bro, for the show and the answers. Good luck to all the other Tyrant in our league, other than Tyrant in our league, since we're going head-to-head. Good luck to me on that. Yeah. Hashtag Tyrant Gango for life. Gang OG for life. Got it. Tyrant Gang OG. Yeah, you are one of the Tyrant Gang OGs. But this week, I'm not wishing you luck. We're going head-to-head. I got you this week, bro. It's on. Good to see you. Have a good week other than that. Kyler Murray or Justin Fields going Murray. Thanks, bro. Good content as always. Appreciate hashtag Tyrant Gang. I appreciate you, Mr. Singh. We'll see you next week. Go Hawks. Yeah, fuck you. Go Niners. All right. Hey, we love you all. Have a great week. Have a very happy and safe Thanksgiving, everyone. All right. Enjoy. Eat all the turkey you can. Pass the fuck out. Eat some pie. Whatever pie you like, eat it. All right. Whatever potatoes you like, eat them. Indulge for me. All right. Hey, send me your leftovers. Just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, good luck to all you this week, except for Matt in the game against me. But otherwise, good luck to everyone. Love you all. I'll be back with another show next week. All right. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Peace out. We love you. All right.